Jericho. That's that great feud. Obviously, he destroys your tuxedo at one point, then he apologizes, but then he flips out and he snaps again because he lost. And he's doing that whole crybaby thing. Is that like a scripted thing, or is that between you and Jericho, and you guys are kind of just doing that on your own?
No, Terry Taylor was involved in that. Terry was a big fan of Chris's, and Chris wanted to turn heel. He came up with most of it. Terry, approved it, and would throw in things. And, I might throw in a quick idea here and there, but I'm certainly not any credit for that. But it was fun to be able to have a little bit of creativity, just even if it's just a little say here and there. Jericho is so talented, and it's the nuances, it's the small that people don't think of. If you go back to that whole period, so he would take my chair and he'd beat it up against the ring post, and then he'd rip my tuxedo off. And then the next week he'd bring me a new tuxedo jacket, which makes sense. But he'd bring me a chair in a building 5,000 chairs. Like, I didn't need him to bring me back a chair, but it's just that if you go back and look at anything that he does, it's the small nuanced stuff that he comes up with that just takes it to a different level. And I was really lucky to be involved in that. That gave me of TV time, and I wasn't looking for it, but I was happy to do it and happy to help a friend who I consider still a friend. And I look forward to him reading my book.
With him, you're right. Those little things that he would do, like we've never seen somebody do that before, where they like throw a temper tantrum, but then they apologize, and then they throw another temper tantrum, and they ruin your jacket again. It was just so creative and so out of the box and so different. It's like, wow, this guy really is like a crybaby, but like almost have to laugh at it because he's such a good heel.
Well, think about you're on the list, Jericho. It wasn't just that you're on the list; it was the clicking of the pen. That was part of the gimmick, the clicking of the pen. You're on the list. I mean, it's such the small things that most people don't even think of that really gets it over. And I mean, I know we're here to talk about me, but anytime I could put over Chris Jericho, I mean, he's so talented, and probably the greatest of all time at recreating themselves with so many different entertaining characters. I don't think there's ever been anybody better. Is he the best draw? His best draw in the history of the business? No. Is he the best technical wrestler? He's up there. But as far as creating so many different entertaining and money drawing characters, I don't think there's anybody that comes close.
And so good character wise, just like what he's able to do, like you were saying, like the nuances, but just his promos, just the little things with his characters. Even in WCW, when he was that corny baby face, he'd put his back into the crowd and he would go, "Yeah, baby," and he'd like pump his fist, like stuff like that. You just notice and remember, like, this guy's corny, but I really like this guy. He just has some sort of knack for wrestling.
Well, he's a charismatic guy. He's a fun guy. He's a nice guy. So I think people pick up on that. The best stuff in wrestling is the organic stuff that isn't booked by the booker or the team.